senior hockey advisor. And Quinn, apparently Tambellini and the Oilers said that the plan with Quinn was to bring him in for a year and then move him up to a front office gig. But Quinn, apparently, he wasn't told of any plan. He wasn't told of any plan of the sort. And Quinn said he didn't see being promoted to senior hockey advisor as a promotion because Quinn, he still wanted to coach. And quite frankly, though, I'm glad because you know what? I honestly believe, though, Pat Quinn has fallen out of touch with today's NHL. I'll give him credit, though. I'll give him credit. I'll give him credit, though. He got Dustin Penner to score 32 goals. And even though I love Mac T, here's something that Mac T couldn't do, which was get production out of Dustin Penner. But unlike Mac T, Pat Quinn drove the Oilers into the basement. Mac T never had the Oilers dead last in the league. Mac T never had the Oilers this bad. Pat Quinn drove them into dead last in the league. So now you bring in Tom Rennie, a dude who was able to turn in. Rennie was already an assistant with the Rangers, head coach of the Rangers, and was assistant with the Oilers last season. Now he's the head coach of the Oilers. Rennie, more of a defensive-minded coach. I mean, I think he could turn around the Oilers, though. Yeah, it might be boring hockey, though, but Tom Rennie has the ability to bring in wins. Tom Rennie has the ability to bring in wins. That's what I believe. And I see now Corey in Sackville is saying they should have brought in Bob Bugner from the Windsor Spitfires. That's what they're saying, they should have brought in Bob Bugner. Wouldn't have been a bad idea bringing in Bugner. Didn't lead the Spitfires to 2 straight World Cup titles. Bugner's a decent coach. You know what though? If they didn't take Tom Rennie, I would have said, you know what? If they didn't bring Tom Rennie to replace Pat Quinn, I believe the next coach of the Oilers should have been Ted Nolan. Ted Nolan, or even Scott Arniel before he was hired. One of them, uh-oh. Lights started flickering. The lights just flickered. Oh boy, like we said, if the show gets knocked off the air, you'll know what happened. Whew. Anyway, folks. I'm seeing Corey in Sackville. Although anyone can coach the Spitfires to the Memorial Cup the way they manipulate the OHL draft. Corey, you wouldn't dare suggest that some sports are manipulated, are they? Oh my. Anyway, but still NHL draft? I would say it was a kind of predictable NHL draft though. Although, I did want the Oilers to take Jack Campbell. Unfortunately, Jack Campbell is now in Dallas. Jack Campbell would have been a great goaltending prospect for the Oilers though. Would love to see Jack Campbell spend some time in Oklahoma City and work his way up in the Oilers system. Jack Campbell would have been a great goaltender for the Oilers one day. But of course Dallas, they need the goaltending help since they released Mari Turco. I said they wouldn't resign Mari Turco. Anyway folks, switching off the NHL draft to the NBA draft, and now the NBA draft. Well, the John Wall era in Washington begins, and the Gilbert Arenas era in Washington officially ends. John Wall, now Washington Wizards. You knew there would be no chance they will let Gilbert anywhere near John Wall to influence him at all. You knew that wouldn't happen at all. Gilbert, he'll find work somewhere else. He will find work on a different NBA club. I guarantee you that. This is not the end of Gilbert Arenas' career, even though his knees are like glass. Because even though Gilbert, he'll find work somewhere else though. Some team will take a chance on him again. Some team will take a chance on him. Even though he hasn't been able to string together 2 straight healthy seasons in a very long time, I say some team gives him a chance. Some team will give him a chance. Struggling club will give him a chance. You know what though? Maybe the Clippers. Maybe LA might want to give Gilbert a chance. Maybe the Clippers. I could see him in LA. I could even see him maybe in Philly. Call me nuts, maybe in Philadelphia. Corey in Sackville. Arenas should hang out with NFL players like Plaxico Burress. Yeah, so they can chew each other in the legs. But you know what, Gilbert? When Gilbert Arenas is healthy, he has the ability to contribute a lot to any NBA team when he can stay healthy and when he's not gambling $20,000 on poker games on a team flight or threatening to shoot somebody. Oops, hang on. My seat is collapsing. Yikes. Okay, woo! Ah, that is so much better. My seat was collapsing on me. Like I'm saying, no, Gilbert Arenas can still contribute so much to any NBA team. He truly can. And now, with NBA free agency on July 1st, NBA and NHL free agency July 1st, Canada Day, it's going to be interesting free agency. With LeBron, you know what? I said before, I hope LeBron stays in Cleveland. But that appears it won't happen. It's looking like right now, LeBron is going to wind up a Chicago Bull. It's looking like LeBron and Chris Bosh. Because they said, ESPN Chicago stated that LeBron and Bosh are leaning heavily towards signing in Chicago. As an unnamed NBA executive said in an interview. They said that, hey, LeBron and Bosh, they're going to be Bulls. And that'll truly change the landscape of the Eastern Conference now. Corey again. Corey he's just full of one-liners right now. Talking about Bosh. Like Shaq said, called Bosh the RuPaul of the NBA. That'll be interesting now, but now if Bosh is out of Toronto now, it's gonna be, you know what, I'm a Raptors fan, it's gonna be really tough for the Raptors to recover without Bosh. I mean, because, you know, yeah, the Raptors, they got some wins without Chris in the lineup, but truly, he was the heart and soul of this team. Can they go a full year without Bosh and make the playoffs? I don't know, you know what? I mean, they had a hard time making the playoffs though with Chris in the lineup, period though. But a full season with no Bosh, a future of no Chris Bosh, it's going to be pretty tough now. It's going to be pretty tough in Toronto. I believe it's really going to be pretty tough, though. But hopefully, I really hope that, though, that the Raptors can prove me wrong if Bosh does sign in Chicago. Let's see. I mean, and then, oh gosh, Mike talking about Hedo Turkoglu. I mean, Hedo Turkoglu, this is the kind of guy, you know what? When you average only 11.1 points per game, you shouldn't be complaining about, oh, the fans are booing me. I've never been booed before. You shouldn't be complaining about that at all. I mean, come on, man. You haven't pulled your weight. You've been playing sloppy. You told the team, oh, I was sick. Stomach flu. I can't play. And you were seen later on that same night partying at Toronto nightclub. And you're shocked the fans are mad at you. I mean, come on, Hedo. That shows where Hedo Turkoglu's head was the entire season. And now, Hedo, I want to trade out. I want to trade out Toronto. You know what? Forget you, Hedo. Don't the door hit you on the way out. Hedo Turkoglu, my goodness. Another spoiled superstar that comes to Toronto and wants out when the fans turn on him because he's playing poorly. Shameful. That's the NBA for you. Anyway, folks, we'll be back we'll wrap up top stories. We'll talk a little World Cup. After this, music break. Want to call into the show? Number to call 1-780-628-1771, extension code 260. Once again, 1-780-628-1771, extension code 260. Much more to come after the break. Yeah.
I used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but